Hi students, this is your MS Master Physics teacher. Today in Physical Sciences 9th class, lesson 2, laws of motion, we will discuss in that laws of motion the most important topic about Newton's laws of motion. Let us discuss. Built upon ideas primarily developed by Aristotle and Galileo, Sir Isaac Newton proposed his three fundamental laws which explain the connection between force and the change in motion. Which explains the connection between the force and the change in motion. These laws are popularly known as Newton's laws of motion. There are three Newton's laws of motion. Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion. Newton proposed these three laws of motion based upon the ideas primarily developed by Aristotle and Galileo. What is the Newton's first law of motion? What is its statement? How it is related to force and as well as a change in motion? Let us discuss. Newton's first law of motion explains what happens to an object when there is no net force acting on it. Newton's first law of motion explains what happens to an object when there is no net force acting on it. What does it? The statement of the Newton's first law of motion tells. Every object will remain to continue in the state of rest unless acted upon by an external force to change its state. Every object will remain at rest or in a state of uniform motion unless compelled to a change in its motion or state by the action of net force. Every body continue to be in its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless acted upon by an external force to change its state. That means Newton's first law of motion is also known as law of inertia. Why this Newton's first law of motion is called law of inertia? A body which is at rest will remain to continue in the state of rest. Continue further. A body which is under state of motion will remain to continue under the state of motion. Further continues. That's why this is called law of inertia. Activity 1. We are having so many examples for Newton's first law of motion in our daily life and experiments also there. Let us see the activity 1. Observing the motion of a pen cap on a thick paper ring. Observing the motion of a pen cap on a thick paper ring. Take a bottle, plastic bottle. Make a circular strip from a thick paper. Make a circular strip from a thick paper, and that circular strip is called the hoop. Balance the hoop on the mouth of the bottle as shown in the figure. Balance the hoop on the mouth of the bottle as shown in the figure. Now, over the hoop, balance the pen cap on the paper hoop, aligning it on the center of the bottle's mouth. Just it should be exactly vertically there on the center of the bottle's mouth as shown in the figure. Now, pull the paper ring with your finger. Pull the paper ring with your finger as fast as you can. Pull the paper ring with your finger as fast as you can. Now, pull the paper ring with your finger as fast as you can. We thought that the pen cap will fall outside the bottle. But experimentally it was observed that the pen cap will go directly into the bottle and falls into the bottle. This is due to inertia. This is the example for Newton's first law of motion. What does the Newton's first law of motion tells? Every body continue to be in its state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line unless acted upon by an external force to change its state. Thank you. Thank you to one and all.